Good afternoon. Welcome to Cool Talk with Brown's Heating and Air. Hope everybody is having a wonderful spring and had a great Easter recently. We're recording this now. We're in the middle of April. It's kind of been a crazy few weeks. We're going from summer weather to spring weather. And I don't know about you, Woody, but the pollen is killing me
Oh my gosh.
as I get older. I used to not have any issues with that. Do you have issues with the pollen?
Oh gosh, yes.
Uh,
I can instantly tell. Like my eyes swell shut, and for about 2 weeks, I am just, oh, I can't
every
breathe, can't talk, sneezing all the time.
every day I get the alert on my phone from the weather bug. It's been maple and pollen and something else high, and it used to not bother me, but I guess it's turning 40 this year. Everything is finally just
Getting old all the way
getting
around.
old, and it's killing me. So, but we have some options for that, and for heating and air, we actually have a Halo. LED halo and a Remy halo. If you ever look up online, rgfproducts.com, that kind of cut down on the dust and the pollen and the allergens in your house. And we put one in, and I tell you, it's made a world of difference because before I had issues, my wife and kids have allergies, and it cut down our doctor visits tremendously. And I think when we put a halo in your system in the basement, didn't we?
You sure did. Yeah, we had a new
And
system put in downstairs, and honestly, like, see, we about 2 years ago, we got a little rescue dog, and I'm allergic, right? But this little rescue dog was worth saving.
yeah,
So for about a year, I suffered. Okay, so I'm taking Claritin every morning, whatever. And then
okay.
I called you up, and I was like, I kept hearing you talk about that Halo filter, and then you put it in the unit downstairs when we got the new unit, and oh my gosh, it made a
So
world
you
of
did?
difference.
Did it help with the dog?
Oh
I
gosh,
didn't.
yeah.
Okay, this is new to me on this part. That's awesome testimonial for this. So and it does, and then we tell you, it kills the flu on contact.
Yep.
It helps with dust, dander, smoke odors, pollen, pet odors. We do have a family that we installed about the same time as yours. They have a kid with severe asthma and lung issues,
Mm-hmm.
and she left us. We put that in, and a couple weeks later, she left us the best review we've ever had. How much it's helped her kids sleep at night.
Yeah. Well,
With
you can tell, like, it before and after, because there was a direct there. I don't even know if that's the right word. There is a big difference in the way that zone felt.
Yes.
Because before it felt one way before, and then I think you installed the system, and we ran a day, we went to sleep, and then I come downstairs that the next morning, and there was an instant difference in the way it felt down there, and then so much so I said, "Hey, can you install one upstairs? Because we get the two units in the house,
Right.
and because I wanted that same feeling upstairs."
Right. It is. It's immediate relief. It actually, what it does, it actually produces hydrogen molecules like a hydrogen peroxide. You know, in the surgery in hospitals,
Mm-hmm.
they have to have these clean airs. They have to be sterile, and in every one of them they use hydrogen peroxide, which kind of neutralizes everything, kills everything. So this Remy Halo provides between the UV light and the molecules, it kills everything and it neutralizes it. It actually makes your air feel fresher in your
It
house, I
does,
guess is
yeah.
what the term would be.
Yep.
They're actually looking into using these on airplanes because, when you're flying, there's constant air blowing in your face. So the last time I met the Halo rep, they were in talk with Delta and a couple of them at designing some kind of a airplane halo. So when you fly, it's constant halo. This halo is killing. So because you're in with a lot of people on an
Oh
airplane,
my gosh, they should do that because
and it would be a game changer.
oh my gosh, because I mean, I know they have filtration systems. However, the icky feeling
Yes,
you have after being on an airplane for more than 45 minutes.
yes,
It's like, oh my gosh, I just want to go take a
yeah.
shower.
And they've actually tested this with the COVID, and it is tested that it kills it within an hour or neutralizes it enough to where if it in the house or in the area that you come in, that is neutralizing enough
Mm-hmm.
that you can't catch it. So they've been testing it on COVID, and that's recently come out that these work. So it's worth the investment if you're listening. These things average around 800 to 1,000 installed per unit. But if you calculate the doctor's bills and the allergy medicines and stuff, and that you've gone through, it really is very inexpensive. They've got a 4-year warranty. The regular Halo, we change a bulb out every 2 to 3 years, and the LED one goes about 5, and they're a little bit more expensive, but they last a little bit longer on the bulb, and that's all you have to do is refresh the bulb every couple of years.
Well, Claritin is even
Yeah.
the off-branded Claritin is $20 a bottle now.
Yeah,
So.
and that's only a 30-day supply. So
and that's
20
at Dollar General. That's
So-
the cheapest that I have ever found it.
And we do have, if you're looking to upgrade too, if you go to with a new system, we have 0% financing for 5 years. You would not believe how many 10-year labor warranties and halos we're adding to systems, and you finance it. Even just think you get a new system, a 10-year labor warranty, and a halo for about $110 a month.
Yep.
And that's covering everything installed. And you would believe how many people that go on just add it. It's really adding the $2 a month to your payment to add this halo.
Yeah.
Literally for 5 years. So definitely this time of year, when COVID hit, of course, the sales of those went up, and now this time of year with pollen and allergies, if you got kids with asthma, it definitely helps keep your home more fresher on your air. You sleep better, you breathe better.
You can definitely tell the difference because even like I said, even the walking downstairs the next day, that's a big deal. So like in this in between time with spring where the temperature's good and you really don't need your system running, we can tell then when the system is not running.
Yeah.
Compared to when there's airflow, the difference in the air quality. And so it's like, I mean, that's like you install that one downstairs and it was like I think a week later, I was like, hey, I want one upstairs.
Yeah, it's immediate change.
Yeah.
And people, please remember, change your air filter every month. Every month. That is the first line of defense of your breathing, your heating and air system, your breathing, your system maintenance. Change that filter. That's our number one call in the summer. It's not cooling. Have you changed your filter? And we get there, and 9 times out, there's a lot of it's almost a given. You're going to get there, and a lot of times either you see the filter. My favorite thing is pulling in the driveway when I did it, and you look at someone's trash can, and the top's up, and the very first thing you see is a dirty filter.
Yep.
Because you reminded them before you came out. You're like, yeah, we'll still come out clean and check your system. Yeah, we just changed our filter, but then we pull up. And the filter's laying in the top of the trash, and it's full of dirt and dust.
I know I've texted you and like, hey Brandon, my system's not working. First response, hey, when's the last time you changed your filter? Sure enough, I look at Laura and I'm like, hey, let's change this filter before Brandon comes because sure enough, you open it up, it's like pitch black.
It's pitch black. My gosh,
I can't believe I'm breathing this stuff in.
And I tell everybody, when you get your electric bill each month, change your filter because a dirty filter can cause high electric bills. It causes your cooling system to strain harder. It could cause breakdowns. It could cause your system to run longer than it should. So I always tell people, if you get your email or you see when your power bill's due, when you get that power bill, think, man, especially the first thing you think is, why is my power so high? Right. Think air filter. One, change your air filter. That's when I also tell everybody change your, always remember your smoke detector batteries at the time. If you do it once a year or whatever, do it. I always let the power bill remind me of these things at home. And a lot of people have set their phones to reminders. Hey, every 30 days, change your filter, date it. The one thing I hate is Lowe's and them advertise this 3-month filter. And every house is different. That's very, 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 very rare that I've seen a filter last 1 to 2 months without any issues. It's how your house would have to be clean daily and spectacular to not affect your system. And they advertise these 3 to 4 month filters, and people then after 3 months you're going to forget about it. It's going to be 6 months and then 7. So I don't like them.
Oh, that's a great point
like
though, because I'm going to be honest with you, coming from a non-HVAC, knowledgeable guy, like I totally buy into that. I'm like, okay, I spent what, $12 on a filter, and usually in my mind it's like an oil change. It's like, okay, I'm good for 3 months, but what you're saying, coming from the actual people who fix this, is that's not the case. That's like you really should be every month looking at that filter.
Yes.
And okay,
because even you can only get a 3-pack at Lowe's. Even the monthly ones, you're paying $12 to $20 for these. And in the supplies we get them at, I can get you a case that lasts for a year for a close to 20 to 25. So you're looking at cheaper as well in the long run. And you can get a whole case. We'll bring you, when we do a cleaning, if you give us a size, we'll give you a price. We'll bring the case of 12 with us, and you're taken care of for a year.
Oh, that's
so then
great.
when we come back the next year, it says, hey, remember those filters? Just
that's-
bring us another year of filters.
I feel like I've learned something really important today, like some behind the scenes knowledge. Because,
Yeah, that's what we want to do because we want to save people money because there's a lot of repairs and a lot of companies that will know it's a filter, and they won't warn you. They come out and then it's the filter, but then you get charged more, for someone to come out to do something that you could have been told over the phone and save you a trip.
Exactly. That's great.
But actually, we're actually doing something really neat next week, and you'll have to look out for our documentary. We're actually going to be upgrading Woody's upstairs system. His system finally died. We've been trying to band-aid it since we installed the basement one.
Oh my gosh.
But we're doing something different. We're actually doing a different system. It's a Mitsubishi system, and it's a ductless system. So each room is going to get its own cassette up in the ceiling, its own control. So it's really, really new. It's not new technology, but it's been improved over the last few years to where this is actually taking over, we believe, taking over the industry. It's very, very efficient. It's DC volts to the indoor units, meaning you're going to go from now a split system using a 60 amp breaker inside and a 30 out to just a 30 out with saving that 60 amp breaker inside, because the DC volts, you're going from 90 amps to maybe 20 when this system runs.
See, because what was interesting when we moved in the house, like I don't know, 9 years ago, we knew that it wouldn't be too long that we would have to replace the systems. I mean, they were kind of new, but not really. But they weren't the greatest of brands. And well, the downstairs when we kind of milked for a little bit, but then finally, you got a good train system in there for us, and that was easy to get to. Like the basement,
basement one was,
yeah,
yes.
basement, ductwork, everything. Now this one, our house, the attic is you have to climb up a small ladder, and it's just this crawl space of a space. And there's really no hole to put I don't even know how they got that.
Once you get up there, you've got room, but getting up there. So they must have done that system as they were building around it, because we get that a lot.
Yeah. So it was interesting when I was talking to you about it. I was like, hey, I know this will probably be the year. I don't know how we're going to do it. We redid our ceilings. We have wood plank ceilings, so I can't exactly punch a hole through it. And
we're going to have to cut them.
Yeah. But
we're going to cut some of them.
But you were telling me, that's when you were telling me, you said, hey, well, we got this new thing where, newer thing that we can put in and don't have to worry about the ductwork and the system and I was all about the electricity bill too. I'm trying.
Yeah, that's going to definitely help.
Oh, and I was like, I told you, I was like, let's do it. Yeah. I'm sold.
And you can replace the one you got now with a higher efficiency and save on your electric bill. We can find ways to get it in the attic, which we do a ton of, and we're not against. But this newer technology is just so efficient. So if you're not using all your rooms all the time up there, let's say a standard system, you have one thermostat, you set it on heat or cool, it maintains. Now each room can be set to heat, but each room can be set to a different temperature.
And that's what I loved about it, because we don't have kids, and my wife and I, we have our bedroom, and then we each have like a home office. And well, you know how that goes.
Oh yeah, you want it cold, they want it hot. Yep.
Exactly.
Now that's the one thing these can't do yet is you won't be able to run one of them on air and one of them on heat. But she could turn it on heat and 75, and you can leave yours off.
I won't be as hot.
Correct. You can leave yours off or just fan, and you're not having to blow the heat on your office. So that's where these things are game changers. We do a ton of the wall units, and everybody has heard of that, the ductless wall units, garages, additions. Heck, we even have people building custom houses now. They're putting in a central system throughout the whole house and then putting this wall unit in just the master bedroom. Because like me, at night, I like it being colder.
Yes.
So instead of cooling and heating the whole house, you have an option now to just let the house turn off and not run, and just run this at a very low amp, and it'll cool your whole bedroom, bathroom, and everything to where you can sleep comfortable without wasting energy throughout the whole house.
Oh, that's great. See,
so
I'm excited.
And and also thinking about it is in attics. I really hate attic setups, which we don't have any other options. But if you think of in the summer, the attics get 150, 160 degrees pushing in on your unit and your ductwork. So you're trying to cool 68 to 150 degrees, 50 degrees to 68. It's really hard to do when that heat's pushing on your ducts. So unless you're really efficient and sealed up, they will do it, but it's a lot of strain on a unit.
Yeah.
So we're going to video this. It's starting Monday. Luckily, I got Woody. He does a lot of videoing and Watts Creative Studios. So we're going to make a documentary, kind of commercial for YouTube on install from start to finish. Maybe they'll call us on Love It or List It.
That's
HGTV.
right. That's right. Ask this old house.
Yeah, ask this old system. We'll change it and have our new reality show. So that's a good little update for Brown's Heating and Air. Also today I wanted to update. Talk a little bit to y'all about Woody and a lot of things he has other than video and recording our podcast. He's got several podcasts going on and all. I don't know how you keep up with them,
dude. It's crazy. Hey, it's honestly though, it's genuinely fun for me.
Yeah. Because that's right down your alley. Yeah. That's what you love to do. So, how are they doing? We got some of you got the paranormal one.
Oh gosh,
doing
so
good?
Yeah, so the way it goes is that I did a couple of podcasts before opening up a studio, right? I did them kind of on my own and I kind of got my feet wet, learned how to podcast, still learning what works and what doesn't work. But I have a couple of true crime ones, but one that I kind of started as like a really just a side hobby is kind of taken off, and it's my Hill City Paranormal one.
Yeah,
and that one. It's fun to do because it's like I'm like a fan of Ghostbusters and some of the 80s movies like Creepshow, Tales from the Crypt, stuff like that. Like like it's not too horror, but it's just it gives you little scares. So we do a good mix, man. We got a telephone number where people call in and record their spooky stories.
And there's a ton of them out there.
It's a ton of people call this thing, and honestly, it's a recorded line. No one picks up. So when you call, it's 701 haunted. When you call that, you can call at 2:00 in the morning. Nobody's going to pick up, and then I'll wake up and I'll hear some of these stories.
Oh man,
and some of them are terrifying. Like
chills.
They're great though. But we do interviews with paranormal teams, and I interview Ken Gerhardt. Okay, for those of you who may not know, he is probably in the top 3 of world-renowned Bigfoot experts. And I got to talk to him on the podcast, and just an amazing, smart guy who has written a couple of books. And
so Bigfoot is real?
Oh my gosh! Well, I'm gonna tell you.
Are we getting there?
I'm gonna be honest with you, man. All right, so about a year ago, Laura and I I woke up one Friday and I had a cancellation, right? Which happens sometimes for me, and it completely opens up a day. And most of the time, I'm disappointed because I want to work with the person,
right?
But for some reason, business that day is like, hey, I can't do it. So we wake up and I'm like, all right, well, I'm already up and I got my camera ready. So I was like, hey, honey, let's drive to North Carolina and go to this paranormal museum. And she's a good sport. She's like, okay, sure, sure, okay,
yeah.
Is that how you want to spend your Friday?
Yeah.
And so we drive 2.5 hours. We get to this museum, and first of all, it's in this guy's house, which is amazing. It's his old house, and he's got this museum, and it's everything I wanted it to be. And then, long story short, we find out there's been Bigfoot sightings close to his museum. So he takes us to the spot where people, I'm not talking one person. I'm talking multiple legitimate people are terrified sightings.
Wow.
And about 4 hours later, so what started as I'm going to this museum, getting a T-shirt, taking some pictures.
And leaving,
ended up being a 6-hour hike through a state park in North Carolina. And And all right, if I had found them, you would think Woody is like, he's pulled my leg.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't find it. Laura found them.
Oh.
Laura, we were walking through the woods, and all of a sudden she was like, hey, Woody, you might want to bring the camera over here. I think I found a footprint. And Brandon,
oh my gosh,
I'm one of the biggest skeptics there are, and I do.
You're still on the line, like I do, but I don't.
I want to believe, but it's also like one of those things where like you also like okay, like I got to see something. And sure enough, man, unless Shaquille O'Neal was walking through the woods with no shoes on, this footprint was about 22 inches long.
Wow. And
so for me that day, it was like, I love the paranormal unexplained world.
Right.
I love that world, but I'm based in reality too. And like, okay, well, like this, some things are just fantasy, whatever. Now that day made me really think, okay,
That's it. All
It
right.
might be. Bigfoot
This has
might be
fired you
real.
up now.
But and then ever since then, man, I got the bug, and I'm like, I've got like we go out looking in the woods, and just for but around here, there's the sightings are scarce, But
So there's a lot of them in North Carolina
a
in this
lot of
area.
them in North Carolina and state parks. I think the closest there's been some in Amherst, not any lately, but there was one. There was a funny one that happened a couple years ago, and people might have heard this on the news, but it happened in Roanoke County.
Wow.
A woman called the police and said that Bigfoot was going across her yard with a baby in his hand. Yeah, this was on the news.
Oh, he didn't.
All right, so, and I'm not gonna. This is a whole nother story, a whole nother podcast. But there's actually a term. There's actually a term for a Bigfoot that like takes a kid or whatever, and it's called a wood booger.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's what it's called.
So now we got maybe two of them.
So yeah, so it's just crazy. Like that whole world, like, and honestly, I love just talking to people. So that podcast,
That one did. So that one they can find that one where they need to search.
Yeah, if you go to hillcityparanormal.com, you can listen to the episodes. You can find out it's in every podcasting platform. But you can go through the whole podcast list. You'll see I have every episode labeled like a haunted hotline or an interview, so you can kind of go in and listen. And gosh, we got over.
Now I think we have one. Are we? Did Marcy call you about doing one in October?
Yes, an investigation.
So we're gonna. This one we're gonna like stay overnight.
Heck yeah, I'd love to.
And
if y'all want to, I have stayed over in about 3 investigations.
Okay.
And
it's at a bar, so if I stay overnight,
that's not bad.
I don't know. I might be seeing things from drinking, but I don't know if he'll let us drink all night. But, so it's in Brook Neal, and I'm thinking they're saying this building is haunted.
Yep.
So we're gonna get permission to go stake this out, set up some cameras.
That's right.
And hey, that'll be a good Halloween.
It's fun, man. Because we did one at the Academy downtown in Lynchburg, and we stayed just about all night in the historic theater.
Wow.
And getting footage, and then there was.
Did you get anything?
Yeah, it's some that building. It's got some history, and funny enough, we actually. This year, COVID kind of messed up last year.
Right.
So we couldn't have an event there last year. So we spent the year researching for the next year, right? Because the thing with some of these places that we do an investigation, it's got to be historically based. Like we want facts.
Right.
Like it's one thing.
Yeah. Not just we think. We want to make sure we got a little bit of.
We want to know if there was something that happened here that could give a vibe. And we researched for the whole year, and we actually found new information. This is not just a TV show. We found new information that we're going to dive into this October for the Academy.
Okay.
About an actual death that happened
at the Academy.
An accident happened on the stage
here in Lynchburg. Okay.
Here in Lynchburg back in 1905, I believe.
Wow.
So yeah, so I'm excited for this fall. I'm excited.
That's a couple lined up.
Oh man, we've done Oakwood Country Club, Lynchburg Museum. So we've done quite a few. It's been fun.
Well, I'm gonna try to go to that one. I think we can and try to make it. And if I get like a scared baby and run out or something, y'all just have to.
It'll be good.
You get it on video.
Yeah, as long as I get it on camera, it's all worth it.
Yeah, we'll probably just have to cut out drinking so we know what we're looking at. Maybe I don't know. He might show up the next morning and say, "Yeah, we are haunted by 3 videoers and they took all my profit." Right. And then. Before we end, that there's another one I started listening to, the Route 29 Stalker.
Oh yeah,
that one was that was creepy. That's true stories, but it wasn't the Amherst one. The first guy, he was talking about where he worked and was back and forth.
No,
that was up further.
That was in Culpeper and happened in 1996. That was actually my very first podcast where it's a true crime, and that one honestly, I get emails every day because of that one. Wow. I really do. I get people emailing me, calling me. Like that one I did 4 or 5 years ago where we did it in a way where we were investigating the case, and we are not investigators whatsoever. But you followed us as we learned new information. So it's kind of a different format. But that one, all the stuff in it, we talked to the Commonwealth attorney at the time.
That one's getting. I hadn't finished it, but that one is.
It's pretty crazy.
Send you chills, especially all the people that actually witnessed it.
Oh, and I did an update episode this year that I hadn't done one in because it's a cold case.
They still have not figured it out.
They have not figured that out. They absolutely not. But one that was associated with it that had really nothing to do with it was the Alexis Murphy case.
They did figure
and
that
they
one.
found her body, and we did an update case, and there's some tie-ins there that you'll hear in the episode. But yeah, that one kind of took on a life of its own, and
so you're gonna bring the true crime one back? Or
man, I don't know. True crime.
You got to open that one back
true
up.
True crime for me is scarier than paranormal because we lived it. We lived it for about 2 years, where we would go to Culpeper every weekend and record interviews and just living in that world. And then it just at the end, it was like, man, I don't know if I can do it. But it's just like with anything, you do it, step away for a while, and then you get the itch to tell more stories.
Yeah, that's right.
But it's funny because I could do paranormal all day long, but true crime, I have to take a break every so often. So
yeah, that's because that's just, it's sad they hadn't.
It is.
They hadn't found the people, and they've closed them, but hopefully they can get them closed.
We met some amazing people during that process, and just learned a lot about the community. And Culpeper is, it's a lot like Bedford and Amherst, small town, and just, it was a good experience. But it's so sad for the family because it's no closure for them at all. So
well, I'm glad they found Alexis.
I am
and
too.
Get that closed.
Yep.
Awesome, man. Thanks for
thanks
for joining me today on this.
Thanks for having me
episode. And you can check Woody out. Even if you just look through Watts Creative Studios, he's got several podcasts that he keeps up. Make sure you join Cool Talk and download the Grove Street FM app.
Yes,
it's now live radio. He plays all of these podcasts and live shows we keep here. They rotate throughout the day playing the episodes. So download the app, subscribe to Cool Talk, and thank you for listening. And we'll see you soon.